All right, this is a 2013 Can-Am RTS SE5. I've been meaning to do this for a while. Had to redo this video 3 times because the dog in the back keeps barking. So let's try it again. I've had quite a bit of fun on this bike. It's cleaned up right now. It looks good. It's a nice looking bike, if I had to be honest. A lot of people ask me about it. I actually enjoy the Can-Am myself. It's not the fastest bike in the world, but it's a cruising bike, so who cares? Got plenty of takeoff. Gets plenty of attention. It's a very comfortable ride. It's a very smooth ride. It holds well to the road. It tracks well. It never turns on you or anything like that, actually. So I've had no complaints about this bike other than a few maintenance things that are expensive and that I have to do myself. I put some lights on this bike, the Street FX lights. It's daytime, so it's kind of hard to see them there, but at night these are a pretty good set of lights. They're not the biggest set of lights, but they work well. They're nice. Simple controller. It's been 3 years, still lasts, still looks good. I don't understand the functions real well on the controller other than change the lights, change the pattern and the speed, but there's some other things you can do after playing with it that I still never really figured out. So I just kind of guess my way through it when I'm looking for stuff. Some features of the bike. First off, electronic trunk and parking, you know, heated hand grips. You got that in the front and the back right here. You also have the radio controls if you want to hook it up to Bluetooth or whatnot. Electronic shock adjustments, your lights. There's front lights. There's the fog lights, the extra lights, the bright lights, and then with the street lights. It's actually quite visible bike. I mean, and you got your fender lights. I mean, there's a ton of light on this. You can see it coming down the road. It's very noticeable, which is a big plus for me. Has a ton of storage. I always liked my trunk on the front. Holds a full helmet. I mean, I put a full-size face helmet in there. Not to mention your side packaging for any kind of raining gear or anything like that, which, you know, I don't even go on the road much, but it's nice to have it. I had me a USB charger in here and a little outlet. And then this little port, I'm guessing, is for the shop, perhaps. I don't know. I've never even messed with it, so. But a lot of space back there. Like if I stop at the store, I can throw a couple of things in there. No big deal. Pick up a gallon of milk, pack of Coke, whatever. I mean, a good bit of space on here, so that's always cool. If I need to stop, I can still grab some stuff. Electronic windshield. I always thought that was kind of cool. Goes up and down when it's turned on. A few things you got to do, you know, to start this bike. It's got a process. It's not the fastest bike to get going on, but that's okay. Turn the key, you get the start screen, which wants you to just read this card right here. You know, whatever. You don't have to do that, but just that's the point of it. So hit your mode button, step on your brake. Put it in the start, obviously, here. Hit the start. So it's a fun bike, sounds good. It's a 990. I'm actually going to trade this bike. So it'll be available for sale up at Leaders RPM in Kalamazoo, Michigan, if y'all want to look for it. But I actually plan on trading this bike, is why I'm doing this video before it's gone. I've had it 3 years. I've not had a lot of problems out of it, but a couple of things I have had to do. This housing here has been replaced because of a starter switch. It wouldn't start up one time. It just very intermittent, just wouldn't start. Any kind of oil change or anything like that, of course, has to be done at the shop. I've replaced this trunk switch. 4 times. I've replaced it 4 times. For the longest time, I just didn't even mess with it. And everybody I've heard who's had this bike has had the same problem. So on that note, they have taken it off the new bikes. They don't even have that switch anymore. Must have been a continuous problem. Maybe they haven't figured out how to solve it. The last problem I had was with the brake code failure. It took them a couple of weeks to figure that out. They replaced all the sensors under the seats. They replaced a couple of the brake liners. I thought maybe it had something to do with the back wheel, because I read that that could be a problem when they replace the back wheel, that it can cause this kind of problem too. But come to find out, it was the reservoir. They finally replaced the reservoir. If it's slightly misshapen or something like that, or warped, it can actually cause the sensor. So, because it was intermittent, turn on and off, it would just show my parking brake light on. One time it actually stuck on me. It's just kind of weird, but they fixed it now. I haven't had that problem. I rode around all day yesterday. They rode around for 40 miles, they said. So it's good to go. I replaced the back wheel on this bike. It's about $400 to replace the back wheel. I know every place is different, because I've been working with Mountain Motorsports in Sevierville, Kodak, Tennessee, I should say. Pretty good guys there. I bought this bike. I talked them down originally. It was a demo bike or whatever, so they agreed to $21,000 on this bike. It had 100 miles on it. But after that, a service contract and a extended BRP warranty for 3 years. I paid probably in the neighborhood of $27,000. But anyhow, I am now going with Leaders RPM in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And actually, the guy Corey there has been quite helpful. I found the 2016 Can-Am F3 Limited Special Series. Sharp looking bike, all black on black. So I'll be shipping this bike to them pretty soon. I got that bike also. They had it listed at $21,000. So, but they beat Mountain Motorsports by $2,000 on the bike, $1,000 on the trade. They also financed all the parts in. I had some halos, a stage 3 fusion lights. I put a signature light on the front, including the fog lights, because none of those things were included on the new bikes. Why, I'm not sure. But so after all parts and everything, I'll be paying around $26,000 there too. Even beat them on the warranty. So I was happy with that deal. The last thing I guess on this bike is this Dark Art Studios decal. Our Dark Side Studio Arts. So I paid about $100 online for that, but it's actually a pretty nice decal. A lot of people like it. They think it's painted on. That's it.